Yo guys, welcome to ShayanGaming. Today we're going to be talking about tips and combos for Akshan, the new mid marksman. He is pretty cool, has some nice features on his kit, and I hope you enjoy, and if you do, be sure to leave a like. Let's get straight to it. For his W, going rogue, the active part, the camouflage is infinite basically, as long as you're near a wall. And if you do leave an area of a wall, it doesn't immediately disappear, so you can go from one wall to another wall. It does remove, however, after 2 seconds of not being near a wall. You can also be in a bush, so it's about to expire, but I go into the bush and I'm safe. Come out, go back into the bush, I'm safe. And the only way you're seen is if you're in the radius of an enemy champion. But being in the radius of an enemy champion, which you can see from the circle here, does not necessarily instantly remove you. It just means that they can see you, but you can still go back into the bush and be camouflaged. But that also means that minions won't see you, so the enemy team won't know that you're there if you're near a minion, which is very nice. So you can kind of sneak up behind a minion and assassinate this poor little minion like this. Oh, quite tankier than I thought. One thing to note is that your attack range is actually less than the camouflage radius, so if you did want to sneak up and get your first auto attack for free, you wouldn't really be able to do that, because as soon as you come here, they can see you and you can't attack them. However, note that your Q is in range to do that, so one potential thing you could do as a combo is, while you're against a wall and they don't know you're there, to get your first Q in for free and then get some auto attacks off, and you can either cancel the auto attack and run away to just get some mini poke, or you can properly go for it and fight. Okay, Akshan's E heroic swing is by far the coolest part of his kit. So just some things to note. If you're doing it from very close to the wall, then obviously your swing's not going to be as big and wonderful. So you want to go max range, ideally, if you want a big swing. So like this, you can go much bigger, and you'll keep going until you hit terrain or an enemy champion. And you can also swing around this, because, you know, why not? Just note that you can either recast the E to do the swing, or you can use your right click, so your movement click, which is a lot easier to do. But don't spam right click when you're walking, because then you'll just get to the third cast, which makes you jump off. So if I was to let's say I'm walking here, from here, and I'm gonna E, but I want to just keep spamming click like when I'm normally walking, then this is what would happen. I just kind of roll, because I'm cancelling the whole thing. So you gotta wait until it hits the wall first and then right click where you're going. And in terms of the third cast, you can kind of decide where you're gonna jump and roll. So if I'm doing this and then click backwards, I'll roll backwards, and you can do right, you can do to the left. You can do the opposite way to where you're traveling. So if I'm traveling this way, I can jump this way for my third cast, like this. So you can kind of go wherever you want, but you can't jump over the walls. I tried it. Let me see if I can recreate that. Bam, I just kind of jump into the wall like a crazy person. And if you shoot from max range, then obviously it's not going to hit, and you're just going to have to wait the unfortunate amount of the cooldown. So don't forget, on a takedown, your cooldown does reset. So we get the kill here, and then we can E away into safety, or potentially danger while the enemy team is doing Baron, and then we get wrecked. Oops. For Akshan's Q, which is Avendrang, I don't know how you want to say it. Remember, whenever this hits anything, even if it's a minion, it extends its range. So, for example, it's kind of like a Lucian or Senna Q, where if there's an enemy champion over here and you want to poke them, but, you know, they're probably not in range of your Q normally, where you can just extend it like this. And I just love using it on the whole minions like this. Just goes flying away. So just to show how much the range increases, that's what it is normally. And then we just move up here. Kind of goes like, I don't know, would you say about half more extra range? But obviously we can have a little fun and stack them up. Okay, so we can only have 4 dummies maximum, but let's see if we can make this work. Here we go. Oh no, we missed that one. Okay, hold on, let's go this way a bit. Oh yeah, so that's a pretty nice range. And as you can see, if someone's hidden, it reveals them as well briefly, so that's nice as well. So you can kind of use this to check bushes as well. So let's say you're coming here, you don't know if someone's there, you want to see if someone's there. That missed, don't do that. But bam, you get some nice vision as well. So it's a good way to poke enemy champions, which should be quite fun, because I always like champions that have like mini games during the laning phase. And an added bonus of the Q is the additional movement speed when it hits something. So let's say you are actually checking the bush and you want to run away if there's someone there, you're getting a nice little movement speed, so you can quickly run away and not get ganked. And in case you're wondering, yes, it will extend even if there's enemies across the wall, like that. as you'd expect. So your ult does do damage even if there's walls in front of you. And as you could probably see that you'll hit minions first. So if we lock onto Ziggs from there and we stand in front of your minions, you can see that he didn't take any damage because the minions took the damage instead. Let's show that again. Minions here. But then obviously once... Oh, okay, hit the other minions. I thought he was going to go to him to base. But nope, minions were in the way again. So if you use your ult when there's a structure in the way, right now it's got 4985 health. It doesn't actually take any health from the structure, but it will block it. So that's kind of the worst thing. But if you're playing against Akshan and you're being ulted, then obviously you want to go behind the structure. And obviously the second choice would be behind minions. But if you can, you want to avoid them dealing damage to your minions, because that's not nice. Remember that your ult also does more damage to lower the enemy champion's health. So if we use it here first, like this, we can see that we do 1.2k damage, but now that the health's lower, we do significantly more, almost 3000 damage. Another thing to note is that it does give you lifesteal. So if, for example, a Karthus is going to ult you, or you're scared a Karthus might ult you and you've got low health, because of this having such a big range, if you manage to find a champion or something somewhere, then you can give yourself some healing before that Karthus ult hits. By the way, today's video is sponsored by the like button. It is right below. It's there. It's been waiting for you its whole life. Be sure to click it. It will make it very happy, and enjoy the rest of the video. So in terms of a pre-level 6 combo, I'm thinking of using W to get to a kind of safe place to use your Q, and then once you have that, you can do some normal auto attacks and then chase with your E, and then obviously do whatever you want, ignite or just keep auto attacking, and eventually we can use our ult when we have it. The only combos you can use at the same time is using your Q immediately followed by your E. So if you do Q and then E, you can do that. But you can't do E and then Q while you're flying. You can, however, use your ultimate and then E as well while you're charging it up. And you can also use your E and then use your ultimate while you're there. Like this. It looks so weird. Yeah, it looks so strange. He's like so focused on getting that hit that he's like, I'm not even going to look at where I'm going to slam into in the wall. I'm just going to, you know, chill. Boom. You can also flash while you're charging it, but once you're shooting, you cannot move. However, while you're shooting it, you can flash. And if you flash while you're using your E, you will cancel the E like that. And even if you're not moving and you flash, it will just get rid of it. One way to speed up farming is to use your Q to get the first 2 stacks on all the minions, and then use your E while you're flying around to trigger that final stack. When walking back to lane, you can always use your grapple to get there a bit faster like this, and also with style. One thing to pay attention to when you're farming is if you're not used to staying still when you auto attack, and for example you're usually farming by clicking around and moving, remember that your passive when you're standing still will do that second shot. So sometimes it might mess up your farm. It might, for example, hit a minion to a health where you don't have enough attack speed to actually last hit it, and it kind of screws everything up. So for example, let's say I last hit this one, but it's hit that one, I don't have enough attack speed and I just missed it. Your passive dirty fighting can be used in pretty much 2 different ways. One is if you want to chase someone, you basically click them and immediately start walking. So it's kind of like how a normal ADC would attack and move and attack and move. But the thing is, because of your passive, whenever you cancel your attack, you're basically getting a bonus movement speed. So if we look right now, the movement speed is 330. But if we click and run, we can see that there's a decaying movement speed taking place. If, however, you stop for too long, so like this, and that second auto attack, you can see it went off. Let's just show that again. So bam, bam. Then the movement speed gets cancelled early and you're not actually getting that movement speed. So it's kind of intuitive. As long as you're just chasing someone normally, you're going to get that movement speed, so you don't really need to think about it. Note that there is also additional magic damage that you can get by doing 3 attacks, and yes, the middle kind of half attack does count towards that 3. So if we do 1, 2 and then 3, we get that 20 magic damage. So the half one does indeed count. Obviously a slower way would be when you're chasing someone, you'd have to do 1 and then 2, and then the third one will give you the magic damage, which is obviously, you know, the best you can do when you're chasing. But if you are in a team fight, you just want to maximize that damage and just kind of let your passive mini attack take place. And obviously you can speed up that magic damage by just using an ability as well, because that counts as well. So here we've got 1, 2 and then 3. We hit it like that. And of course you can just do the normal 1, 2 and then use your Q and you get the magic damage. Or you can do it the other way where your Q does 1, 2 and then 3 and you run away. and just go hide on bush. And let's say, for example, you're playing against a very highly mobile team and you want some extra movement speed for when you're doing the auto attacks. Your movement speed does scale with attack speed, so the more attack speed you buy, the faster you will be able to run away or run towards them. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this useful. If you did, be sure to leave a like this, exactly like this. Slap the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't for future videos, and leave a comment letting me know your thoughts on the new champ and if you're excited or not. So see you in the next one. Adios.